Yeah. So hello everyone. This is Shan Magaraj. Welcome to today's video. Today we are continuing our journey on leadership series. Essentially, we're going to discuss Brm Framework, which is Benefits Realization Management Framework. What is Brm Framework? It is an integrated set of governance and management practices designed to define, develop, deliver, and sustain planned benefits. Right? So BRM framework expressed in three stages. Three stages are identification, execution, and sustainment. In identify stage, leadership defines the benefits it intends to create through outputs of the initiatives like portfolios, programs, and projects. In execution, the work of initiatives is performed. In sustain, the benefit owner and beneficiary realize the planned benefit and hand over to operations and other things are happening. So basically, all these three stages, whatever required set of governance and management practices are called BRM framework. So look at this picture, it will give you that BRM framework. So it talks about you need to identify the benefits here and you have to execute the benefits through your portfolio, program, and project management, and you are sustaining with that, right? So outcomes and benefits are realized by operations and other internal external beneficiaries. So overarching, if you look at that, the benefit owners and authorities, they have the responsibility, accountability for entire span of life cycle, right? And you are putting organizational governance and strategic context, right? Being from the BRM strategy, right, or is getting executed, right? So this is about BRM framework in a pictorial way, right? So let's look at all the three stages. We will see it one by one. Let's start with identify stage. So executive leadership decides what benefits to pursue. Right, there may be a number of benefits might be available. Looking at the competitive advantage and landscape, right, and market conditions and political conditions. So you can define what are the benefits you want to pursue, right? What are the best way to achieve this planned benefits? Either you make or buy. Yeah, you can go for a buy decision. If you make decision using a portfolios and programs, you can do that. Then based on the decision, the planned benefits are defined and organized. So each benefit should have a designated owner actually. So that is very, very important. So you need to assign a designated owner for each benefit. What could be the source of ideas for benefits? The strategic plan, planning workshops, annual budgeting plan, updates of benefits mapping. So these are the activities, these are the events at which we can source the idea for the benefits, right? You need to have a little bit of brainstorming as well. What are the benefits to pursue, right? So these are the strategic workshops, annual budget planning. So these are the places you can utilize for sourcing your ideas, right, from the leadership. Right, the identify stage has two important activities. One is developing a business case and developing a BRM plan, and the second one is authorizing the charter. Let's look at the first one, the business case and BRM plan. Actually, both go hand in hand actually, but both are independent documents, official documents, right? So you need to have both as part of identify stage. So business case, if you look at the business case document, you can see the alignment of benefits and strategic goals in it, explicit mentioning of the benefits in the business case, identification of associated risk and potential benefits. And in the BRM plan, you will see how the benefits will be measured. BRM plan will include beneficial realization plan for each benefit. For every benefit, you need to understand what is the benefit realization plan, right? So whatever the strategic goal and alignment you are having in the business case, for each strategic goal aligned with each benefit. So if for each benefit we will have a realization plan and have it signed off by the key stakeholders, right? So that is very important. These are the combined benefits of having a business case and BRM plan in place. The second one is authorizing a charter. So this picture tells you that there is a business case and BRM strategy helps you to figure out the benefit realization management plan, right? So if you look at that, the benefit register is also giving an input to the management plan, and the benefit profiles also giving an input to the realization plan, and benefit profiles giving input to the benefit register as well. So this is the overall picture about the initial stage. What are the activities involved in it? And once the strategy, business case, and BRM plans are signed off, or it is being baseline, you can create a charter for your initiatives, and you can assign the program manager or portfolio manager, and you can give authority to those people for utilizing the resources. So that's the second step in identifying stages, the authorize the charter. Let's come to the execution stage, right? The second stage in BRM framework is the execution. So this is the stage at which the teams begin the technical and management planning to create outputs, right? So once you authorize that projects and programs, so teams are beginning their technical and management planning, right? Two important activities in execution stage is the developing the outputs and delivering the outputs. So once you deliver the output, you can transfer the ownership of outputs to the realize the benefits. You can transfer the ownership from the projects to operations so that they will continue business as usual, right? The first activity in execution is the developing the output. So it's about executing your projects, executing your programs, using your life cycle, using your predictive and adaptive methods, a lot of tailoring your all these PMBOK come into picture here. So you can use the base case reviews or retrospective to ensure that alignment of the benefits are happening. You can evaluate your KPIs and risks, use your appropriate communication and stakeholder management processes, right? Record the progress and inform the key stakeholders. So this is a regular project, program management, and portfolio management need to come into picture. You can use that all the initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and controlling. All those phases come into picture in terms of developing the outputs. It's about delivering the deliverables. The second is the delivering the outputs, right? And the transfer the ownership. So engagement of beneficiaries and briefing the realized planned benefits. So once you outputs are delivered, then you can, if the outputs of the projects been done, then you can move that to operations, right? You can have to plan for sustaining their benefits. So generally in IT or any other manufacturing or engineering company, you would say that building and designing and building that particular model, and then you can give it to sustaining for operating it actually, right? So similarly, you can build a product, software product, you can deploy it in production, and you can hand over to the sustenance team for maintaining, providing an operations as well as the production support, right? So it's about engaging the beneficiaries and briefing them what are the realized benefits of this project and how do we plan for sustaining these benefits and handing over to the operations and to the benefit owners, right? The third and final stage in BRM framework is the sustain stage actually. In the sustain stage, there are two specific activities are there. One is the realizing the sustained benefits, and the second one is adopt benefits. So realize sustained benefits, nothing but our sustaining BRM life cycle goes beyond even execution and completion of the project. Even after that, during operations and sustaining, the realization of benefits might take over the years, right? So you need to plan for that operational, financial, and behavioral changes for that sustaining benefits. You can perform an audit on realization, right? So once the project is executed, is being handed over to operations or handed over to benefit owner, the benefit owner can perform an audit on the realization. How much, what is the planned benefit? What is the realized benefit? It is why it is less or more. You can audit that, and you can facilitate the continuous improvement. If it is something deviated, planned benefits is, let's say, $1 million or $20 million, but what he realized is $15 million. Now how do we incrementally improve on that gap of $5 million, you can facilitate the continuous improvement, or you can monitor continued sustainability and potential initiation of the new programs as well. So for if there is a gap in the deviation, you can go for additional new programs, right? So that's about realizing sustaining the benefits. The second one is the adopt benefits, right? Adopt benefits are nothing but your whatever change is happening from the environment, right? You need to adapt to that actually. See, it's like examples are modifying or substituting an option of full benefit if it's not met, right? So there's a political change, a regulatory change, there is something disbenefit is happening. Let's say, look at that, the post realization it becomes a disbenefit due to political and regulatory changes. Either you can modify and substitute, you can create a new benefit, and you can initiate a new program, etc. So you can find an option to adoption. Technological advancement triggers a new benefit. You can go for a different benefit, and some benefits may not be relevant to you after some point of time. So you have to modify and change it accordingly. So that's how we can sustain in your life cycle, in a benefit life cycle, right? So either you can realize and sustain it, you can go for modification and everything. So these are the options available in front of the BRM leadership. So with that, we have come to a conclusion of today's video. Hope you got a fair idea about what is the BRM framework. So BRM framework is nothing but integrated set of standards and governance structure for covering all the three stages of the life cycle of BRM, right? Initiate, execution, and sustaining. So initiate, where you create the business case and pursue that benefits, define that benefits, mention that in the business case, create a BRM plan, and then authorize the charter, and then you go with execution of that, where the initiative is getting executed, the work is getting performed through programs and portfolios and projects, and then you try to transfer that, deliver the outputs, and transfer that to operations, right? And then the once it's handed over, the third is sustaining. The operation management team is sustaining the realization, getting the continuous improvement, and try to adopt different things, try to change and deviate, adapt to the situation, right? So based on the environmental factors. So these are the these are the BPM framework is being built, and helps the leadership to pursue that BRM life cycles, entire span of uh, BRM span of life, right? So hope you like that video. Hope you got a fair understanding about what is the BRM framework and what are the constituents of it, and how we can look at it, how we can plan and execute in our BRM activities, right? So thanks a lot for listening. I'm looking for suggestions and improvements from your end. Okay, so I would like to improve on my delivery as well as on my content, right? Hope you enjoyed this video. Looking forward to future videos as well. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.